Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to another High Button Sports broadcast of the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League. My name's Easton Shoup saying good afternoon inside the Kings Mutual Century Center here in Berwick, Nova Scotia on a beautiful wintry afternoon between two teams that are close in the standings but not as close in the points. It's the visiting Western Hurricanes who sit in 9th place. 5-20-0, good enough for 15 points in 9th in the standings. On the other side, the hometown Valley Wildcats, 10-12-1, good enough for 30 points in 8th place on the year. So 15 points the differential between these two teams. Nonetheless, this should be a great matchup here in the Apple Dome. Both these teams looking to bounce back after each of them both played on Monday on Heritage Day. As for the Western Hurricanes, it was a 10-1 loss at the Bombers up in Pictou. For the Valley Wildcats, it was also a big blow, a 7-1 loss at Halifax last Monday, also on Heritage Day against the Wolverines. So both teams looking to bounce back. Seems like Innes' net is having some trouble. Our starting goaltenders for the Valley Wildcats is Tatum Innes, 3.74 goals allowed average and a 0.884 save percentage. In 200 feet from him on the other side for the visiting Western Hurricanes, it's number 30 Marcus Tanner. 15 games in, 4.81 goals allowed average, 0.857 save percentage. We get set to get underway here. My name is Easton Shoup, High Button Sports, bringing you action inside of the Apple Dome. Not sure what's going on here. I know the both linesmen were looking at Innes' net on the near post. Looks like the peg may not have gone in the full way, but now they're going to say it's all good. Referee blows everyone in. We get set to go here. D'Entremont and Ferguson in for the draw. Tommy Ferguson, the leading scorer for this Wildcats game. 23 goals in 23 games, 31 points on the year for Ferguson as we're off. Underway, it's one back by the Western Hurricanes. Over D to D, here's Blinn. Martin Blinn up that right side. Chipped up along the wall that time. Now it gets worked down low. Instead of his crease to play the puck, he'll work it around the boards. Chipped up, picked up by McKenzie. Now battle there. Hit from behind that time. And immediately a penalty coming to the Valley Wildcats. So we'll get a penalty just 18 seconds into this one. And the Western Hurricanes head to the power play. It's going to go to Connor Keating. So far on the year, Keating has 45 penalty minutes in 18 games. So Hurricanes to the power play. So we get set to go here. Hurricanes missing a D-man. We're underway now. It's one back by the Hurricanes. Back to the point for Blinn. Blinn works this one over. Back to the point now. Along the half wall near the face-off circle, the Western Hurricanes with possession trying to work their way in. Lucas trying to find someone in the slot. Loose puck there for Santo. Can't bury it. Dion will get in on the action down low near the face-off dot now. Tended up on the play. The Wildcats able to clear it. Blinn works this one over to the far side near the Wildcats bench, sorry. Santo gets a poke on it, works it down low into the corner for Dion. Taking a hit on the play. Now Dion gets it back, loses it this time. Hurricanes will get it back now near the low point area. Hurricanes looking to work their way in. Into the corner now. Battled upon, hit there. Pinned up along the board. Sorry, here's Santo out in front of the net. Shot there. Stopped by Innes. Down low, trying to work it back as they do. Back to Blinn. Martin Blinn riding that blue line. Able to dish this one over to his right. Dion drops this one back for Blinn. Martin Blinn still riding that blue line very cautiously as he works this one in deep, takes a weird bounce off the board. Santo gets it out in front, sent over to Dion, just can't connect with him. Now the Wildcats take this one away, flipped it to center just over Blinn's head. It'll go the length of the ice. Good pressure to start the power play and to start the game for the Western Hurricanes. Now here's Dion. Brex Dion up the left side with speed. Over the blue line, has two with him. Putting on the brakes now. Dion circles it down low to D'Entremont. D'Entremont has Tenwald net front. Tenwald's going to come out of his net front position to help him out down there. He takes a hit there along the boards. Now battling. Now going to get cleared away by the Valley Wildcats. Tanner comes out of his crease to play the puck. He's going to send this one around the boards, but Ferguson there. He's going to pick it up on the forecheck. Now tied up along the boards. Why not Mood Ross there to help him out? Now the Hurricanes skate away with possession as we approach the end of their power play, and that one gets sent in. Now Mood Ross, 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. Slides this one back over to Mood Ross. Mood Ross skating this one up through, dishes this one off. Back to even strength now as the Hurricanes will fire that one in deep. It's going to be picked up by Bentley McKay down low for the Wildcats. Turn the other way. Donchmont's going to pick it up down low. Out in front for Tenwold. Stopped by Innes and then some. .12:31 to go here in the opening frame. 1-0 Hurricanes. The shots. Ozone face-off coming up here in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Still looking for our first goal in this one, as we've played just over 2.5 minutes. Now down low into the corner, hit on the play. Now down low, Fowler takes a hit from Dimmel on the play. Pinned up now, the Wildcats get to that puck. Puck free, still tied up though. Now it comes out. Picked up by the Wildcats. Here they come, skating this one up through. Putting on the brakes now. Greeno's pass that time gets blocked. Able to keep that one in though, sorry. Now down low, Ferguson will pick up the loose puck for the Hurricanes, tied up on the play. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats as they look to work this one back in deep. Now sent out in front, a shot that time, just goes wide of the net. Great chance for the Wildcats. Now Dimmel and Fowler battling that time, trying to work this one out to the neutral zone as it does. Still fighting for possession, that one will get sent down. Knox Hughes will be the first to the loose puck for the Hurricanes. He'll swoop in and pick up that puck. Hughes skating up through, tries to work it over to Donchmont, kind of gets deflected that time. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats as they work it up. Now there's Lonergan, Rowan Lonergan up to Hood. That one just out of reach. No icing on the play. Here's Ferguson. Ferguson around the boards to McKenzie. Now working this one up. Now up through. The Wildcats have it in their own end. They will work this one over. Here's Keating. Keating up through to Rolls. Rolls passes cross ice now, center ice. Hood will fire that one over. Shot that time. Caught up in the slot. Now battling along the boards for possession that time. Still tied up. Loose puck though. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats at the blue line. They have it. Working this one in deep. Down low, here's Rolls. Battling it now. Back to the point for McLaughlin. His shot redirected. Going to work it back over to Rolls. Chambers, sorry, that's Churchill who works in there for the Hurricanes to disrupt things. Now a good battle there along the boards. Now back for McLaughlin. Works this one over. Keating walks in and shot right into the chest of Tanner, and he makes a routine save. 10:38 now to go here in the first period. 1-1 the shot. So zone face-off coming up here in favor of the Wildcats. Still no score in this one. Face-off will go to the left of Marcus Tanner. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, Hughes will crash in, disrupt things. Puck cut on the back of the net. Now Hughes up to Dion. Dion trying to dish this one off. Broken up near the point. McKay works this one down low into the corner. Now the Hurricanes look to get a breakout going for them. They have possession in their own end, but the Wildcats do not stop that forecheck. That's what they're really good at, sorry. Now this one will go down the length of the ice for icing with 10:11 to go here in the opening frame. The Wildcats will be back in action here on home ice tomorrow at 1 p.m. They'll take on the Gulls. The Gulls 66 points on the year. The Wildcats have beaten them this season, and they'll look to do it again tomorrow here at the Appledome. Now a deflection in front that time. It gets redirected out to the corner. Now working it down low, disrupting again. If they're on the play side of the net that time, caught up. Now the Hurricanes look to go on the breakout. Here they come. It's Mood Ross, Blake Mood Ross trying to get by. Toe drag, Mood Ross to the front of the net that time. Works this one over, poked away by Innes in the slot. Kick saved by Innes on the rebound. Now sent around the boards. Great chance that time for Mood Ross as the defenseman came out of his position to play that one. Now to Tenwold that time, gets disrupted by the Wildcats, and now they look to go on the breakout up the left side. Trying to get by their man. Caught up once again. Here's Dion working this one up. Now here's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold skating this one up through over the blue line, trying to work to the front of the net that time. Avoids a couple hits. Able to get the puck back, though, as it went to the corner. This one will come out to the neutral zone for Blinn. Martin Blinn now skates it back in his own end. Able to get some fresh legs out there for the Hurricanes. Blinn still with it. Passes this one up. Now Lucas, Kingston Lucas, fires this one in deep. Innes out of his crease to play the puck. He'll fire this one around the boards. Sent out in front that time into the high slot. A shot from Hosen, steered aside by Innes, now out to the corner. Now hit there on the play. It's picked up by the Wildcats as Ferguson gets by, able to work this one over to Gruneau. Gruneau can't hang on to that one cleanly. Hosen on the forecheck. Trip Gruneau, the captain of the Wildcats, behind Innes' cage. He'll go to his right. Tripped up on the play, nothing going for him. Drops this one back. Able to dish this one off to Gruneau, but it's broken up. Blinn will fire that one in and goes off the skate of Diebel. Carter Diebel picks up the loose puck for the Wildcats. They have it, dropping this one back. Here's Gruneau. Trip Gruneau has Lucas right on his back. Now Gruneau fires cross ice. Now it's picked up by Hood. That one goes high off the glass. Now working this one out to center ice. Lucas into some open space. Here's McKenzie. Carson McKenzie trying to work his way in. McKenzie shot that time, goes wide. Blinn at the blue line. He'll pick up the loose puck. He'll try and work this one in deep as he does. Now to the corner. The Wildcats will pick up possession of it. Hit there on the play. Back to the point that time. He shot that, goes wide. We'll work it in deep. Now the Wildcats have it. They look to go on the breakout. Able to find a man going up the left side. It's Ferguson. Tommy Ferguson trying to work to the front of the net that time. Still with possession. Ferguson off the side of the cage. Now down low once again. Battling it down low. The Wildcats with possession of it. Trying to work it back to Ferguson. Broken up by the Western Hurricanes. Down to the slot. Shot that time. Kicked away by Tanner. Rebound now. Comes out and is picked up by Mood Ross. Mood Ross sends this one over. Picked off by Fowler. Shot that goes wide. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Hit there on the play. D'Entremont now got caught up in his gear. Tried to go forward off it. Picked up and sent out to the neutral zone by the Hurricanes. Now it's dropped back for the Wildcats as they have it. Able to drop this one back. The Wildcats skate up through the neutral zone. Over the red line this time. We'll dish that one off. Over halfway through the opening frame here. Churchill tried to pick up that one. Unable to, though. Now Churchill finally gets it back and will send this one in deep. Innes will come out of his crease to play the loose puck. He'll leave it for Fowler. Tyler Fowler skating this one up right away over to his left. Hit there in open ice. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Able to work this one over. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Sent in deep. This one will go around the boards. Picked up along the Hurricanes tunnel there along the half wall. Now able to work this one up. Dimmel can't hang on to that one. That one gets fired on net. Delayed offside on the play. Still offside. Now here come the Wildcats with speed. Using the 200 feet and use it to the backhand that time. Stopped by Tanner. What a beautiful move that time by Trip Gruneau to use the 200 feet and skate with it into the backhand. Just couldn't finish it off. Beautiful save on the other end from Tanner. Now this one comes out to the neutral zone. The Wildcats with possession of it. Now sent over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin walks in this time. Still with it, dangling through. Now it's picked up by Dimmel. Bear Dimmel trying to lead the way for the Hurricanes as their captain. He gets it poked away from him. Now along the boards. Allen gets worked in deep. Ferguson with it down low around the boards trying to find Dimmel. Able to get it there. Now trying to work it up the boards. Picked up by the Wildcats. Kept in with ease. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Skating this one up through. It's Santo. Jacob Santo working their way in. Drop back that time. No one there to pick up the loose puck. Now the Wildcats fire this one into some open space. Caught up in the feet. Now a chance going the other way. Lohner getting in on goal. Trying to get by Ferguson. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Hurricanes as they touch up on it. So the Valley Wildcats will head to the power play for the first time this afternoon. It's Kellen Ferguson to the box. So the Wildcats win this one back. At the blue line, able to dish this one over to his left. Sent back to the point for Greeno. Greeno still with it. Trying to work their way in. Sent over to Rolls in the slot. A shot. Kick save. Tanner. Rebound now. On the side of the net. Now into the corner. Trying to work this one back to McKay. Broken up. The Hurricanes look to clear it. Still battling that time along the boards. This one will get cleared away. Greeno's going to pick it up for the Wildcats. Drop back for McKay. McKay with it. Dished over up the right side. Now here's Greeno. Trip Greeno over to his right. Trying to work their way in. It's the Wildcats. Can't hang on to that one cleanly. Canuck tangled up on the play. Now down low. The Wildcats pick it up. Loose puck behind the net. Blinn sends it around the boards. Kept in with ease at the point by Greeno. Now over to McKay. McKay back to Greeno. Greeno trying to work his way in. Drop back for McKay. McKay's going to walk in. Dish it to his left. Rollas shot that time. Stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now picked up by the Wildcats. Back to the point. Over to McKay. McKay trying to work his way in. Dish over to the right. Shot on goal that time from out. Tanner makes a save once again. The Hurricanes look to clear, and that one goes up and out into their own bench. 4:27 left to go here in the first period. 6-5, the shots in favor of the Wildcats. 48 seconds left on the man advantage for the Wildcats. Face off to the left of Marcus Tanner. Puck dropped as we're underway. One back. Mood Ross gets tied up down low. Fighting for possession that time. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. They have it down low, sent out. Now it's picked up, broken up on the play, sorry. And this one gets cleared away by the Western Hurricanes. Very much needed clear on the play. Now the Wildcats with it. Drop back from McLaughlin. McLaughlin skating this one up through. Up the gut of the ice, still skating with it, gets it poked away from him. Now a short-handed chance for Santo with Tenwold. Santo couldn't quite get that one over to Tenwold in time. So he got immediately taken away from him on the back check from the Valley Wildcats. Now they work their way in, sent out in front, no one home. Cleared away by the Hurricanes. One final clear, and we're back to even strength here. And this will play this one aside. Has Keating. Keating up the left side. Now here's Lonergan. Lonergan trying to work it in. Down low, Howard takes a hit on the play. Still fighting for possession this time. Tenwold trying to poke this one away. Now it's back. The Hurricanes look to go forward off it. It'll work this one down a little bit. Now Keating fires this one over. The Wildcats fire cross ice to Lonergan. Lonergan trying to work in. Poked away. Now it's picked up in the slot. Cleared away just to the point though. Now the Hurricanes get another poke on it. Mood Ross has it. He fires it over. Now a chance for Dimmel. He gets that one poked away from him. Dimmel still trying to work his way in. Dimmel takes a hit there along the boards. Trying to send it out in front. Unable to though. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats along the boards. Mood Ross does a pinch in. Caught up in his feet. Now Mood Ross comes up with it. He takes a huge hit in open ice that time. Now the Wildcats have it along the boards. Now down low. It's picked up by the Wildcats. Hit there on the play. Now here come the Wildcats as they look to break out here. Up the gut of the ice. Firing that one in deep. Down low now. Here's Martin Blinn. Blinn's going to skate this one up the right side. On the attack now, he takes a bump on the play. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. They look to go on the attack up the right side. Works that one in down. And deep now, it's picked up by Tanner for Ferguson. Ferguson up now, broken up on the play once again. Sent out in front once again. Now still battling. The Hurricanes will come up with possession of it up the right side. And this one will get cleared away. Now it's picked up by Rolls. Loses it this time to Blinn. Martin Blinn fires this one to his left. Tied up in a bunch of bodies that time. It's one back now by the Wildcats as they find a man up the left side. Here's a chance for Rolls, trying to find McLaughlin, crashing in the front of the net. Pass gets blocked that time. Now battling along the boards for possession this time. Puck is free. Gets sent around the boards. Down low, it's going to be picked up by Wynot. Colton Wynot looks to go on the attack here. Flips this one up and out of play. So it'll be another O-zone face-off coming up here for the Valley Wildcats with 1:31 to go here in the first period. Still no score in this one, 6-5. The shots in favor of the hometown Valley Wildcats. O-zone face-off coming up next. Down low, the Wildcats, have it behind the net. Now back to the point. Working it down low once again into the corner. Now the Hurricanes have possession of it. Caught up with Dion and Tenwold. Now Dion has it, able to work this one over to Wynot. Caught up once again, worked in deep. Down low, here's Canuck. Canuck able to bank feed this one over to Hughes. Hughes tries to knock that one off the boards once again. Now the Hurricanes with it, it's Canuck. Up through now as we're in the final minute of play here in the opening frame. Works this one over from McLaughlin over cross ice this time. Hughes will come pick up the loose puck. Knocks Hughes up the left side. That's picked up by Dimmel. Dimmel tries to work this one up to Dion as he does, but it's taken away by the Wildcats as they have it. Hood able to work this one over to his right. Dimmel reverse hit that time. And open ice from McLaughlin. Now it's picked up by Dion. Dion caught up in his feet. Dion able to work this one up to Dimmel. Dimmel still on the ice here trying to work his way in. Caught up that time. Santo will pick it up. Now down low, the Wildcats have it. 23 seconds to go here in the opening frame. The Wildcats lose that one this time. Now here's Dimmel. Dimmel shot that time, just goes wide. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes, able to keep this one in at the blue line. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. McLaughlin works it over to his right. Pass back to McLaughlin. Dimmel finishes his check there into the corner. Now he rolls. Still sticking with it. Flips this one up. The Hurricanes work it up. And that's going to do it. Chambers and Fowler bump at the end of the period, but that'll do it after one period of completed hockey action here on High Button Sports in action of the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League. No score after one. 6-5 the shots after one. We'll be back after the break. Alrighty, welcome back, hockey fans, for the second period of play in today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League action here. The Kings Mutual Century Center, also known as the Apple Dome here in Berwick, Nova Scotia. My name's Easton Shoup. Welcome you back inside here for the second period of play. Still no score in this one. Let's see what the second period awaits us. Puck dropped, but a face-off infraction going to be called from the referee on the far side, so we'll do the draw again. So a second will tick off. We'll do it again. Puck drop now as we're underway. Tied up off the draw. It's one back by the Hurricanes finally up the right side. Trying to find Churchill. That one just out of reach. Icing waved off on the play. Down low. Picked up. Tied up into the corners. The Hurricanes, as they have it, back to the point for Mood Ross. Mood Ross able to flip this one back in. Churchill can't get a handle onto that one. Now into the corner. It's picked up. Mood Ross will come pick up the loose puck. Him and D'Entremont collide. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Chance going. Now all alone. It's Glant. Glant in on goal. Shot. What a save by Marcus Tanner. Now to Churchill. Churchill dishes this one off to McKenzie. Carson McKenzie with a chance of his own. McKenzie trying to work his way in. Tied up. McKenzie's still with it. Can't stay on his feet. Able to work it down low to D'Entremont. D'Entremont has it. Broken up one time. Now still battling this time. Picked up by the Wildcats. They have it down low behind their own cage. Putting on the brakes now, starting back up is the Wildcats. Now work down low. Here's Tenwold trying to get by his man, but it's taken away by the Wildcats. Now here's Why Not working his way in. Gets it poked away. Might work out for him, though. Shot that time just goes wide. Now it's picked up by Keating as he takes a hit from Tenwold on the play. Now here come the Wildcats. Passed up through to Glant. That one just out of reach. Here's Mood Ross. Mood Ross trying to work it back up. Now Dion takes a hit there in open ice. Here's Tenwold working his way in. Tenwold shot stopped by Annis. Rebound now. Now still battling this time. Taking a couple bumps on the play. Ferguson tries to jam it back in down low. Now hit again from Tenwold. That one looked a little high on the play. Now battling once again. The Wildcats with it in their own end. So they have it. They'll flip this one out to center ice. Looks like it might have enough on it for icing. But that one reaches Tanner in net. Ferguson has to work this one up, but was just a little too late on that one. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. That one goes off the boards down low behind the net. Hughes avoids a hit on the play. Now into the corner. This one gets sent back down low. Around the boards. The Wildcats will crash in, pick it up. Ferguson will pick it up down low for the Hurricanes. So they have it up the left side to Dimmel. Dimmel drops this one back. Now at the blue line. Greeno will work that one back in. Picked up by the Hurricanes. They'll fire this one up through. Up to go to the ice. Connects with him. Hit there in open ice. On to Santo. Innes will play this one aside. Now over. Hit there. Now it's broken up by Dimmel, but taken away by Greeno. Greeno working his way in. Drops this one off. Now into the slot. Poked away. Still loose that time. McGuire punched away by Tanner. Out to the corner. Now this one gets cleared away. Chambers up the right side. He takes a hit near the Wildcats bench. We're going to get offside called on the play by the linesman with 17:07 to go here in the second period. 9-6 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Still no score in this one. Face-off will go in front of the Bage Valley Wildcats bench. Puck drop now as we're underway. It's back here for Bartow Kelly. Now working it in. Now this one will get cleared away. It's picked up now by the Wildcats as they have it in their own end. Circling back now up the left side. Here come the Wildcats on the attack. Over the red line now, over the blue line on the attack, trying to work his way in. Shot that time from Ferguson. This goes wide. Now it's picked up down low. Picked up along the boards now. The Hurricanes look to break out. It's tied up along the boards. The Wildcats looking to go on the attack once again. Now back to the point. Slap shot that time, and Tanner flashes the leather. 16:26 left to go here in the second period. 11-6 the shots in favor of the Valley Wildcats. Ozone faceoff coming up for the Wildcats next. Puck drop now as we're underway. This one goes high off the glass. Now down low, it's picked up by the Hurricanes. They have it out to Wynot. Colton Wynot trying to work his way through. Poked away. The Wildcats have it now along the boards. Able to drop this one back. Ferguson works this one over. Up through. That one gets sent in. Ends up working out. 10 will to shot that time. Gets redirected. Down low, Greeno picks up the loose puck. Able to work this one up once again. And icing called on the play here with 15:52 to go here in the second period. So an ozone faceoff coming up for the Western Hurricanes. Linesman drops the puck now as we're finally underway once again. Battling now. This one comes out, sent down low by the Wildcats. Now icing called on the play. 15:42 now to go here in the second period. 11-6 still the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Still no score in this one. Ozone faceoff coming up next for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. Into the slot now, it's broken up. Picked up by the Wildcats, working its way over. The Wildcats with it, up through. McLaughlin gets a tip on it. Icing waved off on the play. Down low, here's Blinn. Martin Blinn loses a handle of it. Works this one around the boards. Hit there along the boards once again by the Wildcats. Still fighting for possession. The Wildcats have it out in front. Shot there. Goes high. Everyone in the arena thought that one went in, myself included. Now one back to the point. McLaughlin down low. Sent out in front for Ferguson in the slot that time, shot. Now tied up along the boards. The Hurricanes with possession of it. They have it. Flipping this one up the right side. It'll clear it away. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Demo gives a hit there. Now the Wildcats up the right side, broken up. Now here's Chambers. Chambers in some open ice, trying to split the D that time. Now here we go. Chance for Santo on the forecheck, kicked away by Ennis. And this one will get flipped out to center ice by the Wildcats. Chance coming for them. Icing waved off last second there. Now to the corner battle. Now here's the Western Hurricanes as they look to go on the attack. It's McKenzie. Carson McKenzie over the blue line trying to work his way in. McKenzie shot that time. Gets blocked by the defenseman in front. Now McKenzie able to work this one down low. Into the corner. Sent around the boards once again. Down low, taking a hit along the boards. This one will get worked around. Picked up by Rolls. Sent out into the slot now. Dontrant walks in. Shot stopped by the goaltender. Rebound off the side of the net that time. Behind the net. Now it's picked up. Here's Wynot. Trying to work it over now. It's picked up by the Wildcats. They look to break out here. Still unable to. Now the Hurricanes win it back. Ferguson in through. Deflection that time goes wide. Now it's picked up down low by McLaughlin around the boards for the Wildcats. Now this one gets cleared away by the Valley Wildcats after all, but it's not going to be anything good for him. So that goes down for an icing. Now you get a reset. The Hurricanes will change, and the Wildcats look to go on a breakout. Now in for the draw. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. Down low. Tenwold's going to pick up the loose puck. Sent out in front. Back to the point. Now Blinn walks in with a shot through. That one goes wide. Now Mood Ross has it. Blake Mood Ross works it down low along the boards. Now this one finally gets cleared away by the Valley Wildcats without it being icing, but the Hurricanes will send that one in right away. Ennis has it out of his crease. Able to dish this one off. And the Wildcats have it. That's picked up by Glant. Glant working this one over to left side. Deflected, worked down low. The Wildcats finally able to get a change here. Now here's Lonergan. Shot through, that gets deflected. Now it's picked up at the blue line. McKay able to work this one over. Shot whiffed on that time from the Wildcats. McGuire comes in, drops this one back. Down low, this one will come back to the point. Working this one over. Send out in front that time, shot goes high. Now able to work it down low. Here's Tenwold. Tenwold along the boards, able to drop this one back. Flipped up through once again. Tied up now. It's McGuire falling down to the ice this time. Blinn a reverse hit that time on the play. Steered aside by Tanner and up into the protective netting here with 12:09 to go here in the second period. 13-7 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Not a very high shooting affair so far. Plenty of hockey left here in this one. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now hit on the play, down low. Slap shot from the point from Ferguson goes wide. Now it's picked up by Chambers. Lucas Chambers up through now. Able to work that one in deep. Down low, Dimmel on the forecheck. Now hit on the play. Now passed up through. On the attack, Santo breaks things up. Now it's picked up the right side by McLaughlin. Now into the corner. Battling here. Now it's worked back. Here's Ferguson now. Reverse hit on the play. It looked unintentional, to be honest. Now it hits right in the chest of Marcus Tanner with 11:30 to go. Chambers seems to be in a bit of pain. He's able to get back up on his own strength. Seems to be skating this one off pretty well. Linesman set to drop the puck here as we're underway once again. Down low, tied up on the play. We now picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they look to go on the breakout. Now battling still, staying on side. Shot there from the point, steered aside by Ennis. Now this one will come out. Ferguson works it back in. Now here are the Wildcats, skating this one up through on the attack. Now working it down low. That one hits off the back of the cage. Now here's Mood Ross. Blake Mood Ross fires this one over. Passed up through. Up now to Churchill. Churchill gets a swipe on it. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they have this one going the other way. Now this one will get dropped back. Now it's picked up by Glant. Glant sends this one over for the Wildcats as they have it. For Glant once again. Glant walks this one over, drops it back for Ferguson. Ferguson fires that one out in front. Poked away by the Hurricanes. They're able to clear this one away. And that one will get fired in once again. That one gets deflected off the boards, picked up on the side of the net by Ferguson, able to work this one around the boards. Now here's Greeno. Greeno from the point, a shot off for deflection in front, right into the chest of Tanner. .10:22 to go here in the second period. 15-8 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Ozone faceoff coming up next. It's one back now, sent down low. Deflection off the boards this time. Now here's a chance. Here's Tenwold over to his left for Wynot. Wynot trying to get by his man. Good battle that time. Now the Wildcats have him. Up the right side. Here comes The Wildcats all in alone. Shot that time. They score. Austin Robichaud finds the back of the net for the Valley Wildcats. And the Wildcats open up the scoring here with 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Robichaud puts home his second of the year. So 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now up the right side here, the Wildcats once again trying to work their way in. Howard loses this one. Now Tenwold into some open space. Here's Why Not over to his right. Trying to work it in. Now down low. Hit here on the play around the boards. That's picked up by Lonergan and working this one out through to McGuire. McGuire over, trying to work it in. Greeno loses it that time, trying to get it back. Works it in deep. Still battling that time. Now over to some open space for Tenwold. Tenwold able to work this one in deep. Now it's picked up in the corner. Tenwold trying to work it out in front. Deflected now into the corner. Lucas can't hang on to that one. This one gets cleared away by the Valley Wildcats as they have it. Now here's Mood Ross. Mood Ross makes one man miss. Still connecting with it though. Able to work this one over to Dimmel. Out the right side, broken up on the play. Now Dimmel gets it back. Bear Dimmel trying to work his way in. Bear Dimmel trying to lead the way. Send out in front for Chambers. Can't bury it. Mood Ross has it. That one gets poked away by the Wildcats. Now a loose puck race going the other way. Canuck will pick it up. He's able to work this one up the right side. Broken up still in the neutral zone. Able to work that one over. This goes through the feet of the Wildcats. Now Greeno skates this one over, staying on side. Now into the corner. Still battling. Hit there onto the play. Now down low for the Wildcats. It's Greeno. Greeno behind the net. Sent back to the point. Now out in front once again. It's Canuck. Canuck. Backhand pass that time. Broken up on the play. Shot in through right in the chest of Tanner. 8:18 left to go here in the second period. 17-8 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. The Wildcats lead this one 1-0. Not sure what we're waiting here. Tenwold comes back from the locker room. I believe he was helping one of their players get off the ice. We're all good now. This one shot there right away from Bartow Kelly. Goes wide. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Now the Wildcats get it back. The Hurricanes now back with it. Still up that left side on the attack. Here's Dimmel. Dimmel trying to work his way in. Dimmel down low. Sent out in front that time. Cleared away to the corner by the Wildcats. Now it's picked up. Broken up by Churchill. Churchill works it back in deep. Down low, Bartow Kelly has Dimmel on his back. They get pinned up along the boards. Now a chance coming the other way for the Valley Wildcats. Working their way in. A shot right into the chest of Tanner. Rebound is cleared away. Now hit there onto the play. Now it's picked up by Fowler. Fowler has it in their own end now. Up the right side. Now here's Ferguson. Ferguson able to work that one in. Fires it on goal to Innes. Now Dontremont battling there down low on the side of the net. It's brought down to the ice. Now here come the Valley Wildcats. Sent over far side. They'll fire that one in on goal. That one looked like it might have tipped off the glove of Tanner. Now the Hurricanes look to go on the breakout as they have it. Now losing it once again. Battled here at center ice. Now it'll get worked down low. Now here are the Wildcats. Passed up through, broken up. Icing waved off on the play. Now here's Ferguson. Ferguson down low. Worked this one up, caught up in the feet. Now down low on the side of the net for the Wildcats. Sharp angle shot that time. Shot by Tanner, and he'll swallow up the rebound here with 6:40 to go. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back to the point. Shot in that time, goes high. Now out to the corner. Now working it up, a little half wall that time. Still battling for possession that time along the boards. Now back to the point for the Wildcats. Ferguson trying to work it. Sorry, that's Greeno. Greeno at the point. Fires that one on goal. That one just goes wide. Now back through. Wildcats have possession of it. Now Greeno picks it back up in the neutral zone for the Wildcats. Now it gets fired in deep, kicked away on the play. Tanner still with it. He's going to look to cover this one up here. 6:03 to go here in the second. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back to the point. Shot in through that time, gets deflected down low. Now to the corner, the Wildcats with it. Still sent out in front that time. Kick saved by Tanner on the play. Now it takes a weird bounce off the boards. The puck almost comes to a halt that time. Now trying to work it back in. Wildcats look to clear this one. Now they have it at the point. Kick punched away, on the play by Tanner. Now to the corner, the Wildcats with it. Back to the point. They have it sent over to Greeno. Greeno shot in through. That one catches Tanner loose in front that time. That one blown down. .5:25 left to go here in the second period. 22-9, the shots in favor of the Valley Wildcats. Ozone faceoff coming up here for the Wildcats. Puck drop now on the plays. We're set to go once again. That's picked up. Here are the Western Hurricanes up the left side. It's Tenwold who looks to go on the attack. Tenwold working his way in through. Tenwold down low, puts on the brakes, back to the point. Working his way in. That one gets taken away by the Wildcats. Now a chance going. That one just out of reach. That one goes wide at Tanner's crease, and he'll get the icing on the play with 5:03 to go here in the second period. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back to the point. Shot in through. Now here come the Wildcats. Long feed up, connects with him. Now a chance going for Lonergan, but Blinn gets back on D. Now working their way in. The Wildcats have it down low, sent out in front. Poked away this time. Greeno will pick up the loose puck for the Wildcats. 3/4 of the way through the frame. Saved by Tanner. Rebound now, still loose in the blue paint. Now this one gets cleared away. Now it's picked up by Diebel. Diebel over to Greeno. Greeno works it in deep. Now it's picked up by Blinn. Martin Blinn has it up through. Now hit there on the play. Now a chance going for the Western Hurricanes. Kept in, though, by the Wildcats as they have it. Now Howard, that one reaches Tanner's glove off a rolling puck by the looks of it. 4:18 to go here in the second period. Puck drop now as we're underway. Sent around the boards this time. Still fighting for possession there near the Wildcats bench. There's been a lot of that today. Both teams like to tie each other up, especially the Wildcats. That's the way they win hockey games, is playing physical and boring teams out, and then they put their top scorers out there, and they're able to find the back of the net with ease. That's what makes them a very great hockey team, and I give them lots of credit for it. Now here come the Wildcats up through. Here's Greeno. Greeno works his way in. Greeno to the front of the net to the backhand. Off the post. Rebound now. What a save by Tanner. Marcus Tanner coming up big. And it looks like his skate blade fell off, so he's going to try and creep back to his own bench. What a sight this is here. Wouldn't expect to see this one. Got to give credit to Ferguson this time. So Joseph McMullen's going to come in here. We'll grab a stick. I'd imagine we'll see Tanner back here in a second, as long as he can get that skate blade back on. But Joseph McMullen's going to come in here for a couple of moments. So we get set to go here. The Wildcats break their huddle. No zone face-off coming up here for the Wildcats. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now here's the chance for the Hurricanes going up the right side. Chambers with it, trying to jam this one in deep. Now here's Innes. We're going to work this one around the boards. Picked up by Rolls. Battling now. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats, sent over. Now here's Glenn out the right side. Now hit there onto the play. Now this one goes wide out to the corner. Now here's Rolls. Rolls back to the point. Low point shot that one through. Goes wide in the net. Now along the boards. Battling here. Still fighting for possession this time. Back to Robichaud. Robichaud sends this one over far side. Slap shot from the point. Caught up down low. Here's Ferguson around the boards. And the Wildcats, or the Hurricanes look to break out here. Still can't. Finally comes out. Now here's Dimmel. Bear Dimmel looks to go on the attack here for the Hurricanes, trying to get by his man. Caught up. Now here come the Hurricanes, still with it. Chambers shot there, stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now, still loose on the side of the net. The Hurricanes still with it. Santo works this one back. Low point for Mood Ross. In through, punched away. Rebound now. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes as they have it. Trying to work it back in deep. Tied up in front of the net. Now here's the Valley Wildcats this time, broken up onto the play. Hit there along the boards. This one will get cleared away by the Valley Wildcats. Looks like it'll have enough on it for icing, as I thought it would. Now there's going to be a penalty coming up here away from the play. I believe coincidentals. Because the linesman had waved off the icing by the looks of it, but the whistle did go. So we'll play 5-on-5. Face-off will come over here in front of the Hurricane tunnel here. This one gets blown down here. 2:09 to go. Puck dropped here is underway. Along the boards. Down low, it's picked up by the Wildcats. They'll drop this one off. Now up along the boards. Here the Wildcats with it. Hit there along the play from Hosen. Still fighting possession this time, going forward off of it. Pass broken up that time. Now here's Bartow Kelly. Loses it this time. Now Donchmont's going to pick it up. Shot that time, steered away by Innes. That's picked up. So Charlie McLaughlin and Jacob Santo both each 2 minutes for hooking coincidental minors. Now passed up through on the play, able to stay on side. Now here's Hosen who picks up the loose puck. Now here's Hosen. Hosen takes a hit there along the play. Now Bartow Kelly reverses him that time. Now here's Donchmont. Donchmont's still with it. Trying to work it back down low to Hosen as he does. Hosen works it back to Hughes. Broken up on its way. This one comes out into the neutral zone. Now at the right side. Now here's a chance for Blinn. Maritime Blinn trying to go on the attack. Able to work it down low. Now this one gets dropped back around the boards. Hughes picks it up at the blue line. Comes out free. Now this one goes high off the glass as we're in the final minute of play here in the second. Now it's picked up by Bartow Kelly. Able to work this one over for the Wildcats. So they have it. Up the left side. There's some open space for McGuire. McGuire works that one down low. This is cleared away. 41 seconds to go here in the second period. Drop back for Hughes. So he takes a hit that time. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold along the play this time. Now here's Tenwold trying to work it in through. Tenwold drops this one back. Now here the Hurricanes trying to work their way in. To the backhand that time. Back door. Caught up in the slot. Tenwold jabbing away at it. Can't get it home. This one comes out to the neutral zone. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Up the right side. Broken up on the play. Now the Western Hurricanes, with it. Now here's Greeno. Trip Greeno in his own end. Drops this one back. The Wildcats look to go. Maybe one last chance before the period ends, but Blinn will clear this one away. Nothing going for him. The Wildcats will just let time expire in their own end. One final pass, and that'll do it. The Wildcats finally broke the scoring, but that's just our lone goal here in this one. The Wildcats lead this one on home ice versus the Western Hurricanes 1-0. Shots on goal 26-11 in favor of the Wildcats. We'll head into the intermission here. We'll be back for more action. Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome back for the third period of play in today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League game between the hometown Valley Wildcats and the visiting Western Hurricanes. If you're just joining us, Marcus Tanner is finally back in the net. He went down with a couple minutes left here in the second period. Looked like he lost a skate blade or something like that. And now he's back out. Joseph McMullen came in and played a couple minutes, stopped what he needed to. We're back here, 1-0 Wildcats to score. Goal coming from Austin Robichaud. The Valley Wildcats. My name's Easton Shue from High Button Sports. This could be a highly anticipated third period of play. Only a one-goal game. The next goal is a big one for both teams. If you're the Wildcats, you want the next one to extend to your lead, as that one reaches innocent net. But if you're the Hurricanes, you want to get the next one and tie this one up and make things interesting here. The next game for both these two teams, they both play tomorrow. Like we said, it was Valley Wildcats. They'll be home versus the Gulls tomorrow at 1 p.m. here at the Apple Dome. And they've beaten them once before this season, So we could be in for a good one tomorrow. I won't be on the call for that one, but it should be a great one. Tomorrow, the Western Hurricanes head back to home ice in Liverpool at 11 a.m. They play the Dartmouth Whalers. A big game for both those two teams. Two teams, Dartmouth and Western, close in the standings. Both teams want those 3 points. Icing called on the play here with 19:11 to go in the third period. Ozone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes after the icing. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back down low, broken up on the play. The Hurricanes, working out in front for Dimmel. Shot there and stopped by Innes. And some pushing and shoving afterwards. The Wildcats looking to protect their goaltender. So another ozone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes, this time with 19:03 to go in the third period. Linesman drops the puck as we're underway here. It's picked up by Chambers. Shot that time off the side of the net. Still loose there on the side of the net. And Ennis will reach over and get the stoppage of play. 18:56 left to go in the third. Linesman set to drop the puck now as we begin action once again. Canuck able to work that one back in the zone, but the Wildcats do have it. They're able to clear this one away. But Hughes will pick it up at the red line, fire that one in. That one goes up and out of play. 18:47 left to go here in the third. Face-off will come over in front of the Western Hurricanes bench with 18:47 to go in the third. 26-15 the shots in favor of the Valley Wildcats as we're underway once again. Off the draw, going forward as the Hurricanes. On the attack, Churchill will work this one in deep. Now it's picked up. Now this one's picked up by Ferguson, works it in deep. Now it's dropped back here. The Wildcats on the attack, working their way through, drops this one back. Now here are the Wildcats skating this one up through. Here's D'Entremont. D'Entremont up through now. That one gets fired in by the Wildcats. Tanner will come out of his crease. He'll play this one aside. Ferguson will give him a hit that time. Tanner fell down there. Now back to his feet. Now it's picked up at the blue line. Able to work it back in. Now Ferguson works this one around the boards. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes as they look to go on the attack. It's Mood Ross. Blake Mood Ross on the attack. Here's a chance for Mood Ross. A shot that time. Stopped by Innes. Rebound comes out to the corner. Now it'll be picked up with ease by the Hurricanes at the blue line. Why not? Shot steered aside by Innes. Tenwold's going to come in, pick up the loose puck for the Hurricanes. They have it. It'll work this one in. Now here's Ferguson at the blue line. It'll work it back in. Now here's McKay. McKay turns the other way. Applied pressure, though, by Why Not. That's picked up by the Wildcats. They look to break out. Kept in with ease at the blue line by the Hurricanes, but picked up right away by the Wildcats as they look to go on the breakout. Still kept in, though, by the Hurricanes. Finally, the Wildcats able to skate this one out. So they look to go up the right side, sent in deep. Now it's picked up along the boards. Comes out to center ice. Now it's picked up once again. There's McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires this one over. Back over for Diebel this time. Working this one up through. Broken up on the play. Able to work its way down, though. And now here's Mood Ross. Mood Ross down low into the corner with Hood. Hood and Mood Ross battling there. Now on the side of the net, cleared away. Now back to the point for Diebel. Shot through. Stopped by Tanner. 16:48 left to go here in the third. 27-17 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. 1-0 Wildcats your score. Ozone faceoff coming up next for the Wildcats. Puck drop now as we're underway once again. Now it's picked up by Canuck down low. Up the left side of Dimmel. Now that one gets sent in. Picked up down low. Here's Canuck. Alex Canuck putting on the brakes. Able to work this one up through. Up the left side. Now here's Why Not. Able to work this one over to Diebel. Up through now. Here's Santo. Santo into some open space now. It's picked up by McLaughlin. Drops this one back. Now here are the Wildcats with it. Behind their own net. It's Greeno. Greeno goes to his right. Here's a chance for Greeno. Loses it now. But Diebel able to pick up the loose puck. Bail him out of trouble. Still losing it now into the slot. Here's Chambers. Chambers down low for Dimmel. Dimmel out in front that time. Santo just wide of the net. Now back for Canuck at the point. Shot in through. That one goes wide of the net. Off the back of the cage this time. Still loose on the play into the slot. Now it's skated away by the Wildcats. They'll flip this one in deep. That one gets punched away by Tanner. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they have it. Now this one gets picked up by Dimmel. Bear Dimmel able to work this one over to Santo. Chance coming here. Santo has it. Shot that time. Gets deflected. Now down low. Dimmel looks to pick it up. Back to Blinn. Martin Blinn through traffic. Off deflection. Saved by Innes. Now this one will get cleared away out to the neutral zone. That one just gets by. Now here's a chance for Blinn. Martin Blinn putting on the brakes. Now able to bank this one up for the Hurricanes. They have it. Sent over far side. Now trying to get a couple swipes at it. Now Donchmont works it down low. Now down low, here's Keating. Keating with it in his own end over to his right. Passed up through now by the Wildcats up to Rolls. Rolls will work that one in deep. Now it's Canuck. Canuck works this one up now. Now Churchill will work this one up the right side to Hosen. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. They have it. Pass broken up that time on the play. Into the corner for Hosen. Hosen trying to work it back behind the net. Donchmont's going to come help him out. Trying to free that puck up. Cleared away out to the corner by the Wildcats. Tied up now into the corner. In some open space now. Donchmont looked to pick up the loose puck. He got his stick tangled up that time. Now here comes Robichaud. Robichaud working his way in. Down low, here's Mood Ross around the boards. Now shot in through that time. Gets blocked through the lane. Now sent over by McKay. Back to McKay. Bentley McKay now puts on the brakes. Still skating this one up through. McKay to his right. Up the right side. Broken up on the play. Now Juan not able to work this one up. Here's the chance now for the Wildcats as they work that one over to Rolls. That one goes in deep. Down low, this one gets flipped around the boards. Tied up on the play. Now here's Hughes. Now able to work this one over. Now here are the Hurricanes with it. Skating up through the neutral zone on the attack. It's Mood Ross. Mood Ross, a shot that time, punched away. Rebound comes up. Caught up at the feet of Mood Ross. Down low now. Tenwood looks to pick up the rebound. Sent out in front this time. Bouncing puck comes out to the neutral zone. The Hurricanes will circle back for it as they have it in their own end now. Now bank feet up. Picked up by the Wildcats, and a shot that time goes high. Rebound comes out to the neutral zone. That's picked up by Dimmel. Now there's Lucas. Lucas has it. We'll work this one in deep. And this will come out of his crease to play the puck. He'll leave it for his right. Now here the Wildcats looking to break out here. Caught up in his own end. Now it's broken up by Santo. Jacob Santo now along the boards. Trying to work this one over. Now back here for the Hurricanes at the point. Shot and through. Stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now comes out for the Wildcats. Up the right side. The Wildcats have it into the neutral zone. Up the right side. Sent over now. Staying on side just barely. Howard has shot that time. Catches Tanner in the mask. Now here's Dimmel. Dimmel over to Chambers now. Chambers, that one gets poked away. Batted down by the Hurricanes. Caught up still in the neutral zone. Santo able to work this one in. Batted down by the Wildcats and sent up the left side for Lonergan. Now into the corner. Ferguson has it. He'll send this one around the boards. Picked up in the feet by the Hurricanes. Slap shot that time for the point. That goes high from Ferguson. Now down low into the corner. The Hurricanes looking to break out here, as they do. Out to the neutral zone now. Now this puck comes free. Penalty coming up here to Martin Blinn. Hooking the call on the play to Martin Blinn. So just as the Hurricanes were building up their momentum, it gets shot back down. The Valley Wildcats back to the power play here. Not sure what we're awaiting here. O-zone face-off coming up here for the Valley Wildcats. We're just awaiting in something. Now we're all good. Puck dropped as we're underway once again. Now it's picked up. Here's McKay. McKay sends this one over to Greeno. Greeno to McKay. McKay walks in. Over to Rolls. Rolls walks in. Kick save Tanner. Rebound comes out. Picked up by the Wildcats. Shot. They score. Trip Greeno on the power play. Greeno picks up his 18th of the season. And just 15 seconds into the power play, the Wildcats able to build on their lead. We're creeping up on that halfway mark in the period. The Hurricanes are going to need to score quickly now that the Valley Wildcats have added on to their lead. Referee at center ice drops the puck as we're off. It's one back. Diebel sends this one over to Greeno. Greeno passes up through. Broken up on the play. Hit on the play once again. Now it's picked up by Ferguson. Now down low up the right side. Hit on the play. Now Diebel works this one in. Now here's Chambers. Chambers has shot that time. Stopped by Innes. Rebound picked up now by Greeno. Greeno's pass is disrupted. I'm sure what's called on the play. Maybe offside. And offside was the call here. Faceoff will go far side across from the Hurricanes bench here with 11:24 to go here in the third. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, here's Canuck. Canuck takes a hit there behind his own net. Still battling there into the corner. Now sent out in front that time, just goes wide. Now a chance. The Wildcats have it in the neutral zone. Here's McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires that one in. Tanner steers it aside. Now up the boards this time. Trying to clear this one away. Still fighting for possession this time. Work down low. Now here's Canuck. Canuck over to Dimmel. That one gets deflected. Looks like this one will have enough on it for icing. As it will. 10:41 to go here in the third period. 29-22 the shots in favor of the Valley Wildcats, who lead this one 2-0. O-zone face-off coming up here for the Valley Wildcats. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now down low here, the Hurricanes behind their own net. Up through to the left side. Now Dimmel trying to get by. Bear Dimmel working their way in through. Dimmel gets by his man. Dimmel 3-on-1 for the Hurricanes. Shot that time. Stopped by the goaltender. Chambers can't put on the rebound. Now down low, battling. Picked up at the low point area. Now trying to work it back in. Now it's picked up by the Valley Wildcats over to Rolls. Broken up on the play. Down low into the corner. Here are the Wildcats with it. Now here's Gallant with it. Down low for the Wildcats. They have it. Tied up. Dimmel trying to bring this puck free as it is now. Comes out to center ice. The Wildcats will pick this one up. Sent over to McKay. McKay drops this one back once again. Still Robichaux with it in his own end. Robichaux over to McKay. McKay skating this one up through, able to work this one in deep. Goes around the boards, picked up down low by the Wildcats. Tied up on the play, freed up over to the left. Now still fighting for possession down low. Sent out in front that time, gets deflected, backhand shot that time, and Tanner makes a save. .9:22 left to go here in the third period. 30-23 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Ozone faceoff coming up for the Wildcats as they lead this one 2-0. Puck drop now as we're underway. Battling along the boards, back to the point, able to jab this one in deep. Down low, here's Ferguson around the boards. Back along the half wall. Now here are the Western Hurricanes skating this one up through to the left side. They'll shoot that one in on goal. Catches Innes weirdly, but still able to make the save here with 9:05 to go. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low. Drop back behind the net. Now to the corner, passed up through. Now it just goes wide to Blinn. And icing is going to be called on the play here with 8:53 to go. .8:53 to go here in the third period. 30-24 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. We'll lead this one 2-0. Ozone faceoff coming up here for the Hurricanes. Down low now, the Wildcats have it up the right side, skating their way up through. That one just goes wide to Lonergan instead of reach. Icing waved off on the play. Now down low, here's Tenwold. Tenwold trying to get by. Now Blinn, this puck comes free. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. They have it. Here's Lucas. Lucas now gets poked away. Lucas still with it. Still hanging on to it as Lucas finally dished over. Here's Tenwold. Penalty coming up here to the Valley Wildcats, and they'll finally touch up onto this one. So trip Greedo to the box for the Valley Wildcats for interference. So the Western Hurricanes head to the power play. This is a big one for them if they want to get back into this one. Puck drop now as we're underway. Along the boards, down low, broken up by Dimmel. Dimmel has it, down low. Back to Mood Ross. Mood Ross fires it over far side. Shot that time, caught up in the slot. Now it's taken away by the Wildcats as they have it, skating their way up through. Shorthanded chance coming for the Wildcats. Shot on goal that time goes high. Now battling once again. Trying to come up with the loose puck. Now here's Mood Ross. Blake Mood Ross over to his left. Now here's Why Not. Sends it over to Dimmel. Dimmel up the right side on the attack. Tied up now. Near the blue line, the Wildcats fired it over into some open space. Bartow Kelly will clear the puck for the Wildcats. Down low, here's Tanner. Tanner drops this one back for Mood Ross. Mood Ross with it. That one gets poked away from him. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Ferguson a shot that time. Stopped by Tanner. Rebound now still loose. Tanner finally covers it up with 7:30 to go. Ozone faceoff coming up once again for the Valley Wildcats. Shorthanded, 1:06 left on the man advantage for the Hurricanes as we're underway. Hurricanes win the faceoff. Now here's Blinn, slid over. Now on the attack, here are the Wildcats with it. Sorry, the Hurricanes with it. Brought down to the ice into some open space. Now it's picked up by the Wildcats. They'll clear this one the full length of the ice. Tanner will come out of his crease to play the puck. 7:06 to go in the period. Blinn circles the other way. Able to work this one over. Now sent back over to Blinn. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn over to his left. Now the Hurricane sends it over. Just out of reach. Now picked up, cleared away by the Wildcats once again. Tanner once again will leave this one for Mood Ross. This time, Robichaux went on a good forecheck that time. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. They'll skate this one up through on the attack. Mood Ross with it. Like Mood Ross on the attack, drops this one back. Shot from the point that time, kicked away by Ennis. Rebound now picked up down low, sent out in front. One timer that time. Stopped back to the point for Ferguson. A shot that time, punched away by Ennis. Now it's back to even strength. This one gets poked up. Now a breakaway forming here for the Valley Wildcats. 2-on-1. Now still at across. Net front that time goes wide. Great chance that time for the Wildcats. They have it. Work down low in front of the net. Now sent over, caught up in the feet. Shot that time for Berto Kelly. Goes up and out of play. Hits the scoreboard with 6:01 to go. Ozone face-off here for the Wildcats. Going forward off it, a great chance. Tied up after that. Steered aside by Tanner once again that time. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold skating this one up through on the attack. Here's Tenwold trying to use all the ice he can. Tenwold on the attack, still with it. Hank Tenwold now into the corner, broken up on the play. And the Wildcats look to clear it. Comes out, just barely able to keep that one in, actually. Now Tenwold's going to pick it up. Tenwold on the attack to Wynot in the slot that time. Shot just goes wide. Now tied up along the boards this time. Now it's down low. With possession of it is the Hurricanes, but sent out in front, picked off by the Wildcats. And now still loose in front. Shot that time, stopped by Ennis. Short side once again. And Ennis able to shut the door twice on that one. With 5:09 to go here. Line's been getting set to drop the puck here, and we're now underway. One back for Canuck through traffic. That one kicked away. Now it's picked up by the Valley Wildcats. They have it down low. Now here come the Valley Wildcats, getting this one up through on the attack. Now the Wildcats have shot that time. Stopped by Tanner. Rebound now. Comes loose, still loose. Ferguson able to pick it up. Now this one comes out to center ice. That's picked up by the Wildcats. Passed over. Churchill picks it up now. Works it in deep. Now it's dropped back. The Wildcats, they'll work this one up. Can't quite keep that one in, sorry. Is the Hurricanes, so now down low. The Wildcats have it behind Ennis's cage. They're able to work this one around the boards. Now putting on the brakes. Trying to work it in. Now here come the Valley Wildcats, skating this one up through on the attack. It's Greeno. Greeno fires it over. Pass disrupted that time by Lucas. Now it's Ferguson. Now it gets fired in. Just over the red line by the Wildcats. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the third. Now this one will get cleared away. And icing's called on the play. 3:55 to go here in the third period. Face-off infraction called on the Hurricanes, so they'll need a new centerman in that time. Puck dropped once again now. Now we're off once again. Shot that time from the point, goes wide. Down low now, it's picked up by the Valley Wildcats. They have it. Pass disrupted that time, or shot disrupted, sorry. Now able to work this one up. Broken up on the play now. The Hurricanes work that one in deep. That's picked up by Santo. Shot on goal that time, steered aside. Now out to the corner. Now able to work this one down low to Santo. Santo out in front that time. Shot there. Stopped by Ennis. Chambers trying to get back to the point. Able to work this one in deep. That's picked up by the Wildcats. The Wildcats looking to break out here. Passed up through. Chipped up now. Here's a chance for Blinn. Martin Blinn. That one goes off the boards. Now this one up the left side. Here's a chance. Putting on the brakes. Sent out in front. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Here they come. On the attack, it's Tenwold. Tenwold's working their way in through. Tenwold into the corner now. Now down low, here's Tenwold once again. Out, over, into the slot that time. Disrupted on the play, though, by the Wildcats. Out in front once again. Don't get saved. Tanner gets called to the bench by head coach Ryan O'Toole. Now here's Dimmel. Dimmel getting tied up there along the boards. Trying to jam it back in. Now here's Tenwold. Tenwold trying to find Mudross out in front. Puck comes free now. Now the Wildcats look to break out, but the Hurricanes work it down low. Out in front that time, caught up in the feet. Now still batting that one away. The Wildcats come up with it. They're able to work this one up the left side. Blinn now out to center ice. Here's a chance at the empty net for the Wildcats, sorry. Now it's taken away by the Hurricanes. They have it. Keating loses it this time to Blinn. Martin Blinn has it still. It will dish this one off. Donchron on the forecheck for the Hurricanes. Now the Wildcats with it. Up through now on the attack. So to reach. Hit there onto the play near the penalty box. A good battle. Puck freed up. Now the Wildcats with it. They'll circle back in their own end. Here's Ferguson. Ferguson up through. Trying to split through as he does. Ferguson walking his way in at the empty net. A shot. He scores. Tommy Ferguson puts home his 24th of the season. And with that, the Valley Wildcats lead this one 3-0 with 1:31 to go here in the third. 36-28 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Puck drop now as we're underway. It's one back for the Hurricanes. They have it up the right side. Blinn trying to work in. Martin Blinn taking a hit on the play, and that's picked up by the Wildcats. They have it up through. Pass deflected, now out to the neutral zone. It'll work that one in deep. Down low here, the Wildcats. Innes will work this one around the boards. Tatum Innes. Now it's picked up by Greeno, flipped out to center ice. Broken up, now here's Rolls, able to work it up. Now here are the Hurricanes, with it. Now the Wildcats get it back. Tied up, though, is Santo. Santo still with it. Final minute of play here in the third. Now at the right side, here come the Wildcats as they look to go on the attack. Over the blue line now, working their way in. Hit there in open ice. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Western Hurricanes, so the Wildcats have it down low. Ferguson tying them up in the corner. Puck comes free off the side of the cage. Now it's back for Diebel. Diebel works it around the boards, walking in, a shot that time. Gets deflected. Now around the boards. Back to the point. There's Rolls. Rolls. Pass deflected that time and penalty called. So charging called on the play to Jacob Santo. So the Wildcats will head to the power play to finish this evening. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now down along the boards, back to the point. Can't hang on to that one cleanly. Now here's the chance going for Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold working his way in to break the goose egg. That one gets poked away by Innes. Great aggressive goaltending that time by Tatum Innes to shut down Tenwold's breakaway. Now an ozone faceoff coming up here for the Western Hurricanes with 12.1 seconds to go as we're underway. Tied up. The Wildcats with it. 8 seconds to go. They're just going to look to let time expire here. 3 seconds to go. 2-1, and time's going to tick down. The Valley Wildcats stay strong on home ice to take this one 3-0 from the visiting Western Hurricanes. 36-30, the final shots in favor of the Wildcats. Tatum Innes, 30-save shutout on the afternoon. And that's going to do it from us here at High Button Sports. My name's Easton Shoup. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you guys all have a